Hello viewers, I am Kausalya. Today we are going to solve problem 1 in exercise 14.3. The problem is the following frequency distribution gives the monthly consumption of electricity of 68 consumers of a locality. Find the median, mean and mode of the data and compare them. So here in this problem, for the given data, we are going to find all the three things, right? Median, mean and mode. And finally, we are going to compare. So here this is the monthly consumption and number of consumers. So again, when you look at this class interval, you see they are even, right? 65 to 85, 85 to 105, 105 to 125. So it's good. And again, when you look at the number of consumers, the numbers are randomly placed. They are not perfectly arranged. So this is the value of frequency which is given in the tabulation. So first we are going to find the value of mode. So again, when you look at this formula, you see this is the formula to find mode, right? So L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. So here we are going to find all these values, right? F1, F0, F2 and L and H. So here the first thing is regarding mode, we are going to find the maximum frequency. So what is the value of maximum frequency here? What is the highest number here? So 20 is the highest number. So this is the value of F1. Therefore, this is your value of F0 and this is your value of F2. Now, what is the corresponding class which gives F1? The respective class here is 125 to 145. So here what is the value of L? The least value is taken as L. So here the value of L is 125. And what about H? H is nothing but the difference between these two. That is 145 minus 125. So here the value of H is 20. So we have calculated all the values, right? So we can directly substitute them in the formula. So just list down all the things what we have calculated in the table, right? You have to write F1, F0, F2 and again you have to write what is the respective class and what is the value of L and finally what is H. So here we are going to substitute the values. So L is 125 and F1 is 20 and F0 is 13 and F2 is 14 and the value of H is 20. So here we are going to just substitute and solve. So 20 minus 13 is 7 and 2 into 20 is 40. So when you add these two values, they become 27. So 40 minus 27. So here the answer is 13 and the remaining terms they remain as such. 125 plus 7 by 13 into 20. So here the next thing is 7 into 20 is 140. So 140 by 13 gives the answer 10.77. So finally here we end up with the answer as 135.77 units. So this is the value of mode. So now we are going to calculate the value of mean. So here we are using step deviation method. So as we all know, the step deviation method totally we need 6 columns. So here the first 2 columns will be provided in the problem and the remaining things we have to frame. So by formula again, you have to start from the formula. So by step deviation method, what is the formula? So here it is A plus summation of Fi ui by summation of Fi into H. So here we start with Fi ui. So this is your Fi ui. And what is ui? Ui is nothing but di by H. So here what is di? Di is xi minus a. And what is xi? So for xi we have to frame separate column. That's it. So first list down all the things we need. Now the next thing is here we are going to calculate this xi. So here for calculating xi, it is nothing but you have to take the average. So here when you take average, what happens? 65 plus 85 gives you 150 and 150 by 2 is 75. Similarly, we are going to take average for all these things, right? You have to just add these two numbers and you have to divide it by 2. So we had listed out the values of xi. So just count how many terms do we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So totally 7 terms we are having. So it is very easy for us to select the value of A. You can select the middle number, right? You see here we have left the top 3 and bottom 3, and middle we have 135. So this is the value of A. So here now with the help of this we are going to find the value of di. So di is nothing but xi minus a, and the value of a is 135. So here it is xi minus 135. So just substitute it over here. 75 minus 135 gives you minus 60. And the next thing is 95 minus 135 gives minus 40. And 115 minus 135 gives minus 20, and here it is 0. And the next thing is 155 minus 135 gives you 20, and 175 minus 135 gives 40, and 195 minus 135 gives 60. Right. Now the next thing is we are going to find the value of ui. So ui is nothing but di by h. So here what is the value of h? H is the difference between the intervals. So here 125 minus 105 gives the answer as 20. So the value of h is 20. So now we are going to divide, that's it. So minus 60 by 20 minus 3, minus 40 by 20 minus 2, minus 20 by 20 minus 1, 0. So 20 by 21, 40 by 22 and 60 by 20 gives 3. Now the next thing is we are going to find fi ui. So you see this is your fi. So this is fi and this is ui, just we are going to multiply. So 4 into minus 3 minus 12, 5 into minus 2 minus 10, 13 into minus 1 minus 13, 20 into 0 0, 14 into 1 14, 8 into 2 16, and 4 into 3 12. So finally we have framed the tabulation. Now we are going to find the values. We need summation of fi ui, and here we need summation of fi. So summation of fi, just you have to add all these values, and here it is 68. And here summation of fi ui. So here we have set of negative numbers as well as set of positive numbers. So just you have to add. First add all the negative numbers. So when you add, you will be getting the answer as minus 35. Right, this is the value we get here. And again when you add the positive numbers, here the answer is 42. It is plus 42. So plus 42 minus 35 gives the answer plus 7. Right. Now we are going to substitute these values in the formula. So here the formula is x bar is equal to a plus summation of fi ui by summation of fi into h. So a is 135 and summation of fi ui is 7 and summation of fi is 68 and the value of h is 20. Again when you solve here 20 and 68, we can cancel them by 2 and here the answer is 5 and here it is 17. So 135 plus 7 5s are 35 by 17, and when you simplify, here we get the answer as 2.058, and when you add, here the final answer is 137.058 units. Right. So finally we have calculated the value of mean. Now we will proceed with our mode and mean are over, right? We will proceed with our median. So to find median, again the base step is we have to calculate the cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency is, first you have to write this 4 as such, and then you have to add 4 plus 5 gives 9, 9 plus 13 gives 22, 22 plus 20 gives 42, 42 plus 14 gives 56, and similarly 56 plus 8 gives 64, and 64 plus 4 gives 68. So what is the formula for median? This is the formula, L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. So here what is the value of n? The least value, okay, this is taken as n here. And here what is the maximum frequency we have in the tabulation? And the maximum frequency is 20. So this is your value of F. And here the respective class is 125 to 145. So here the value of L is 125. And what about H? The difference between these two. So the value of H is, it is 20. Now the remaining thing is we have to calculate the cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency is the cumulative frequency which is prior to the highest frequency. So here you have to consider this row. So the number which is prior to this value is, it is 22. So here the cumulative frequency is 22. So just list down all the things what we had written here, right? We had taken F and the corresponding class and the value of L, and the next is N, cumulative frequency, and H. So just substitute it in the formula, right? 125 plus the value of N is 68. So 68 by 2 minus the cumulative frequency is 22 divided by the total frequency F is 20 and H is 20. So these two, they get cancelled and 68 by 2 becomes 34. So 125 plus 34 minus 22. So here the answer is 12. And finally here the answer is 137 units. So here when you compare these three values, they are almost same. But this is not the case in all the problems, right? They will differ. So here in this case, as they are asking us to compare, here you can write the statement that the values of mean, median and mode are almost the same. Right. That's all. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.